There are 4 subpopulations of the chimpanzee: the western chimp, the Nigeria-Cameroon chimp, the central chimp, and the eastern chimp. This great ape is one of our closest relatives, sharing about 98% of their genes with us. They have thick-set bodies with short legs, opposable thumbs, no tails, and long arms that are 1.5 times their height that extends beyond their knees. Much of their body is covered with long black hair, but the face, ears, fingers, and toes are bare. Chimpanzees are very familiar to us humans, perhaps because so much of their behavior reminds us of ourselves. They are considered great apes, just like gorillas, orangutans, and bonobos. Their distinctive mode of travel, walking on the sole of each foot and the knuckles of their hands, have earned them the title of knuckle walkers. Look closely. There is no hair on a chimpanzee's face, hands, or feet, but the rest of its body is covered with either long black or brown hair. Unlike other primates such as monkeys and baboons, chimps and other apes don't have a tail. But chimpanzees do have large ears that stick out a bit, which helps them hear other chimps in a dense forest. Like humans, chimps have opposable thumbs to help them grasp branches or grab a bite to eat, as well as fingernails and toenails. Habitat and diet: chimpanzees inhabit tropical rainforest and lowland and mountain forests in western and central Africa. Everything tastes good. Chimpanzees eat a wide variety of food. Scientists have recorded about 80 different items chimps eat, including seeds, fruit, leaves, bark, honey, flowers, and insects. This makes up most of their diet. However, chimpanzees also hunt other wildlife, like monkeys or small antelope, for meat. Feeding is usually an individual activity, but sometimes chimps look for food together. Clever primates. Chimpanzees are famous for using tools to get food. They often strip a branch of its leaves and then dip it in an ant or termite hill to get the insects on side. When water is scarce, chimps chew leaves so they are soft and sponge-like. This allows them to then soak up rainwater inside of tree holes. Family life: home for a chimpanzee is a community of other chimps made up of family groups. Within these family groups there are usually about 6 to 10 individuals. An entire chimp community can sometimes have as many as 100 members, made up of many different family groups. One experienced adult male chimp can be the leader of the troop, although in other troops leadership is shared among several males. Chimpanzees use body language, facial expressions, hand clapping, grooming, and kissing to communicate within their troop. Usually a male stays in the community into which he was born, but females transfer to others when they become adults. Baby apes. Female chimps usually give birth for the first time when they are between 12 and 15 years old. Newborn chimps have pink skin under their dark hair that later turns black as they age. They are extremely helpless at birth, and the youngsters must stay with their mother until age 7 before they can survive on their own. Soon after birth, the baby learns to cling to its mother's underside. Later it transfers to her back and uses this piggyback style of riding for the next 7 months or so. A young chimp gets milk from its mother until it is about 3 years old. It can begin walking on its own at about age 4 but continues to stay with mom for a few more years, learning all the skills needed to survive. A mother chimp develops a close bond with her young that may last a lifetime. The number of chimps in the wild is steadily decreasing. One of the main causes is the alarming rate at which forests are cut down for farming, settlements, and other activities. 0 interesting facts you didn't know about chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are our closest primate cousins, yet their numbers are diminishing every day due to habitat loss related to deforestation and climate change. To help increase more awareness and to mark World Chimpanzee Day, which falls on July 14th, here are 10 interesting facts about chimps you might not have known. We share 95 to 98% of the same DNA with chimpanzees. Biologically, we are much more closely related to chimpanzees and bonobos than we do to gorillas. Our 2 species are descended from a single ancestor species that lived 6 or 7 million years ago. While chimpanzees can only be found in Africa, they are located in about 21 African countries, with a majority of numbers found in Central Africa. The largest concentration of chimpanzees are mostly in rainforest areas as they need a water supply and access to fruits. Chimpanzees have the ability to learn human languages such as sign language. In captivity, chimpanzees have been able to pick up American Sign Language (ASL) to communicate with caretakers. A chimpanzee named Washoe was known to be the first non-human to learn to communicate via ASL and was able to do more than 350 signs. Washoe also managed to pass on some signs to her adopted son later on. Chimpanzees are one of the few animals that are known to use tools. Much like humans, chimpanzees utilize self-made tools in order to feed and protect themselves, and have found ingenious ways to do so. From using small branches to dig out termites from their mounds, to smashing rocks to crack open nuts to searching the right length of twig to scratch themselves, chimpanzees have real creativity in turning tools to their benefit. Chimpanzees are omnivorous. They are happy to eat most foods, but they tend to eat more fruit than any other food groups. A chimpanzee's diet consists of everything from seeds, leaves, insects, honey and even roots. Though they have been recorded to hunt other wildlife like monkeys or small antelope for meat. For chimpanzees, feeding is mostly an individual activity but known to work in a team occasionally. Chimpanzees have complex family and social structures. They live in fission fusion societies, meaning the size and composition changes over time, that breaks off in smaller, often interchangeable groups. Extended family groups can grow as large as 2,120 individuals and can have strict hierarchies, with just one dominant alpha male at the head. Female chimpanzees only give birth once every 5 years. Most pregnancies typically carry only one child. Infant chimpanzees will cling onto its mother's furs and ride on her back until the ages 3 to 5, resulting in a close familial bond even after reaching maturity. Chimpanzees can live up to their 80s. The oldest recorded chimpanzee was Little Mama, a captive female who was between 76 to 82 years old when she died in 2017. Though the average life expectancy for captive chimps are around 38 years old. Chimpanzee lifespan in the wild is a bit more difficult to record, but one research has found chimps living at Gogo in Uganda's Kibale National Park to have an average life expectancy of 33 years. They can walk on 2 legs. Chimps get around by a lot of climbing and swinging from tree to tree. Not unlike gorillas, chimpanzees usually walk on all fours, otherwise known as knuckle walking, but have been recorded to walk on 2 feet on the rare occasion. Chimpanzee are currently an endangered species. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature has declared the chimpanzee an endangered species. Due to increasing human activities such as logging, mining, oil extraction and highway projects, the natural habitats of chimpanzees have significantly degraded and impacted.